we're gonna make an incredible dish for you.
High protein, creamy basil mushroom pasta.
And at the end of the video, we're gonna give you 2 options of how to make a high calorie plate and a low calorie plate.
So let's start with the ingredients. We're gonna need a whole bunch of mushrooms. We're gonna need 2 to 3 tomatoes. We're gonna need some chiles. These are already smoked. You can find them on Amazon. We're gonna need some garlics. We're gonna need some seitan. And this is a Mexican brand. You will not be able to find this brand in the US or in Canada, but you can find Opti Naturals and you can use that one or whatever seitan you prefer. We like this one, so we're gonna use this one. The star ingredient of the sauce is gonna be a block of tofu. This is what's gonna give it the creamy consistency. We like this brand, House Foods. I think you can find this everywhere. These are all the ingredients for the sauce. Let's go ahead and start with the tomatoes. Come with me. So right here we have a little pan that's heating up, and what we're gonna do is just place the tomatoes here and we're gonna roast them. They're gonna get a smoky flavor, and we're gonna leave them here while we do everything else. And every now and then we'll just come back and we flip them, but we're gonna let the peel to start burning, and that's gonna give it a really, really delicious smoky flavor. Let's go ahead and do the mushrooms now. So the first thing we're gonna do is start chopping up the garlic. We're going to lightly spray with some coconut oil, and then we're gonna put the garlic in here. Now we're gonna go ahead and start chopping up the mushrooms. Now we're gonna drop this with the garlic. Now we just gotta leave this here until it gets really burnt on the outside, and we'll also start to boil the water here for the pasta. So we're gonna start heating up the air fryer as well, because we're gonna use the seitan in the air fryer. When this gets toasted, it gets really crispy, so it's gonna give it a really nice and crispy touch, and it's also incredibly high in protein. So now this is ready to go. We're gonna add the 2 steaks here, and we're gonna drop the temperature to 350, and we're gonna leave it for around 20 minutes while everything else is getting ready. So this is a tomato. As you can see, it's very roasted. This is fine. You can leave it a little bit more if you want, but for me, it's good like this. The peppers, the roasted peppers, also are a little bit burnt on the outside, and I added a fresh pepper also for it to be burnt. So we're gonna drop this into the blender.
We're hungry.
We are very hungry. We're going to add the block of tofu. We're gonna add the basil. And now we're gonna blend it.
Okay, so Julian is going off recipe now.
So this is looking delicious. The original recipe had a little bit of soy milk, and we don't have soy milk today, so I'm gonna experiment with a little bit of tomato sauce.
Very creamy sauce.
Yeah, a little bit more. There you go, and I think that's good enough. Let's blend it again. What we're gonna do is just drop this on top of the mushrooms, and look at this beautiful sauce. What we're gonna do here is just mix it with the mushrooms, and then we're gonna let this sit at a slow fire because we want it to get a little bit thicker, and we're gonna let it evaporate for a bit. So it's gonna be a very, very creamy sauce. It's already looking amazing, and it's already tasting amazing. And now we also got the water boiling for the spaghetti. We're gonna drop the pasta.
Good.
All right, so they've been in the air fryer for around 18 minutes. I think that's enough. We're gonna take them out. They're crispy. I'm gonna let them sit here for a little bit so they get a little bit cold. So this has been reducing for like 10-15 minutes. As you can see, this is thick enough right now. What we're gonna do now is just add a little bit of salt. And this is to the taste, so you gotta add a little bit, mix it, taste it, and see if you like it. So now the 2 seitan steaks have been sitting out for a while. We're gonna chop them up. As you can see, they're crunchy.
So this is the size that we're looking for.
So this has 450 grams of pasta. So we're gonna measure it all, and we're gonna divide it into portions. So this whole thing is 1.2 kilos. 1.2 kilos, if we divide it into 4 portions, we can say 300 grams each portion. Okay, so for Eileen, we're gonna do 100 grams of uncooked pasta. This is 450 grams of uncooked pasta, already cooked, obviously. and it was 1.2 kilos, so she gets 300 grams. And I'm gonna get 450. Now look at this delicious creamy sauce. So we're gonna add half to mine, and we're just gonna eyeball it. We don't need to be super precise here. The bigger one, well, you got a big belly now, so. And then half for her.
Amazing.
To top this off and make it even more delicious, we're gonna add the crispy seitan. See how it sounds against the plate? It's very crunchy. The low-calorie recipe is gonna be with konjac noodles. So this plate right here has 633 calories, 62 grams of protein, 72 carbs, 11 fat. If you use the whole pack of konjac noodles, which is 200 grams, you almost cut the calories in half. You get 49 grams of protein, 20 grams of carbs, and 8 grams of fat. So easy way to get a higher protein dish that's very low in calories and amazingly delicious.